Philip K. Dick, who's the science fiction writer whose books became the movies Blade Runner and Minority Report and Total Recall. And the play pretty much deals with his religious visions in 1974. And so it starts pretty much with those visions and goes through to his death in 1982, and deals with how those visions had this really transformative effect on his writing and changed really the trajectory of his life and also his science fiction.
But not here.
Have you been up all night?
What time is it?
Well, are you okay? You're blasting Beethoven. You haven't done that since October. Does this mean what I think it means?
Look at this!
What?
I've been writing all night. It's coming so fast I can't even put it down. This light, it had information.
Hey, Phil, breathe.
This pink light and a voice, an AI voice, artificial intelligence. It told me, showed me paintings, Kandinsky, synesthesia, sound becoming color, but information on the grid.
See, I told you it was just writer's block.
Tessa.
A bad couple of months and now a new novel.
Tessa, I'm not talking about a new novel.
Oh, a story then. I can't wait to read it.
Tessa! This is real. It really happened. I heard the voice of God. It told me this world isn't a reality. And then the world started melting around me, and it looked like, let me look. An ancient world dry and desiccated, but alive. And the apostles were alive, and we knew that Jesus would be born again. We were sad, but we knew.
Oh, God.
I know, right? Finally, proof!
Phil!
Tessa! There is a God! There is a God!
Phil! You're doing speed again! You promised me!
It's not speed, it happened. God talked to me and I have it on paper. Look!
Phil, it is so bad for you. Now you're gonna be up all night talking about robotic police and decaying currency and how your mom doesn't love you.
Tessa, it's not speed. I haven't touched speed for 3 years, and besides, it never really affected me. My liver wouldn't process it.
VALIS is one of the books that was most influenced by Philip K. Dick's visions. And VALIS is short for Vast Active Living Information System, Intelligence System, I think. And it's a really interesting book, and it was a real change in the way he was writing. It's actually told in these strange fragments. So it's these strange kind of passages, and it's sort of broken down. And it also has, Philip K. Dick is actually a character in the book. And so that became very much a part of this play, in that actually Victoria Stewart, the playwright, shows up and starts to talk to Philip K. Dick and says, like, why do you put yourself in your own works? That's kind of weird. And he always said that it gave him a much needed objectivity in his autobiographical works.
Sasha's a big kidder, my favorite straight man. Sasha, read something from the newspaper. If you don't say something, it'll make me look crazy or eccentric, God forbid. Sasha! Reality, right? Cats don't talk. Sasha, you're making me look like a techie who doesn't know his ass from his elbow. Read the fucking headline.
I'm a cat. You know I can't read.
There you go, folks. Not crazy at all. Thank you. We'll be here all week.
Meow.
Motherfucker.
Cut me some slack.
So the picture comes into focus. Crazy writer, the drugs made me go around the bend, and I talked to my cat. Cats don't leave. Cats, they don't leave.
I'm out of treats.
Yes, Your Highness.
It smells like cat pee.
Does that bother you?
No.
Well, then cut me some slack. Tessa's gone.
Tessa, Tessa, Tessa.
The love of my life. Did you hear me? The love of my life. She was my everything.
She left 6 years ago.
And your point is?
Not a good excuse for not changing kitty litter.
I changed it sometimes in the last 6 years, haven't I?
Yes.
The simplicity of a positive response. I love you, Sasha. Do you love me?
It's been it really interesting to adapt his world to a stage play because I think it's something where people a lot of times want it to be like a movie because there are all these great movie adaptations of his work. So I thought there's this great kind of theatricality to it because a lot of times in his books, you see these two worlds laid on top of each other, and like one world will suddenly disappear and you'll see the world behind it. And so I tried to do that theatrically, where a lot of times you have characters, for instance, you have this character Jane, who's his dead sister, and Jane also plays several other characters, and then pretty much in every single scene, he thinks he's talking to an 18-year-old drug dealer, and then suddenly she'll start talking like Jane, and then she'll start talking like the drug dealer again. So that happens several times. I really love Philip K. Dick's world, and I wanted to figure out what are the different ways I can put it on stage. And that's also why I kind of used puppetry too, because it was the closest. If I could have had little tiny robots skittering around, I guess I would have done that. And one of the characters that's in a lot of his books is the dark-haired girl, who's this very elusive, mysterious, often sort of angry and bitter young woman. And so I have her as a character.
You have a safe, though? That you keep things in?
Yeah.
Can I give you something? For safety. What are you keeping it? In your safe?
Notes for my book.
You're a writer? Oh, that is so cool!
Are you impressed?
I am! I read everything. What did you write? I probably read it.
No.
No, I read everything. I read all the time.
Do you read SF?
What's that?
Science fiction?
Oh, sci-fi?
Don't use that term. It pains me.
Why?
It's derogatory.
So what do you call it again?
SF.
SF. Oh, that's so fucking cool! Sci-fi.
SF.
You do take it like, seriously.
It's kind of like, my life.
My name is Maggie Chestovich, and I play Jane in 800 Words, The Transmigration of Philip K. Dick. Jane is Philip's dead twin sister. She died shortly after they were born, at just a couple of weeks old. And throughout his life, he was kind of haunted by her and saw her and a lot of the other women that had entered his life. She became very meaningful to him, this kind of sense of longing and loss that he had for her. She is very kind of poetic and ethereal, and she's this presence, but also she, I made a decision kind of as an actor that she comes back and kind of confronts him and guides him through his life kind of to his ultimate, seeing, his ultimate revelation in the end that he has. And I kind of made a choice that she must have been, in the beginning, a little bit bitter with him that he got the chance to live and she didn't.
www.workhauscollective.org, and we spell Workhaus, W-O-R-K-H-A-U-S, collective.org. So Workhaus like Workhaus.